Hello, Julie here, and welcome to my YouTube channel. I am pleased, very happy to announce that I am on the design team for Sunflowers and Doors, and this month I'm working with the French Florals kit. Now I've printed the whole thing out and I have cut it all up ready to use, but I'll just have a quick show of what's in it. So there are, I think it's 3 or 4 of these pattern papers. So, and on the back of there's 4 plain ones, and I've printed the back and front of these. So that's that one. Now that's the same as that one. I think I've done 2 of those, and I've put different backs on them. So that's a very pretty back. Then there's this one. And this can be, you know, one way or the other. Some writing's going in all directions. And that's the back of that one. Oh, well, that is what I've printed on the back. And then there's this one. And that same print on the back. And this one. Some of these I've printed twice. So that one I've printed twice. And I've put that one on the back of that one. And then this one has got that on the back of it. And this one has not got anything on the back of it. I've just left that one plain. I thought I might use this to make some sort of embellishments. So that's the sheets, the full-size sheets. Now also we have 4 little pockets, so they have got all of the pieces that you fold in. These are the same style of pocket but a little larger, and there's 2 for each size, so this one can go that way, that one can go that way, for example. Then we have how many of these? 4 of these. Now these are a pocket also. You can see that will fold in like that, that will fold in like that, and that will fold up on the bottom, and there's your fancy topped pocket. So there's 4 different ones of those. That's those. We've got some strips of words. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 strips with 5 words on each one, so there's 30 words there to be used. There's these tags, 3 small tags. Is there 3 there? Yes, 3 small tags. They've each got like the same pattern but in a different position. We've got these larger tags, and these tags come with a pocket. So you can see there that folds in, and then that will go on the bottom of there, and you'll have a little pocket on your tag. So there's 3 of those. You can of course print these in different sizes as well. I've just printed them straight from the kit as they came, but you can easily resize them. These are like pattern strips to use like washi tape. We've got 3 smaller ones and 3 larger ones, or 4 larger ones. So they'll come in handy. We've got some tiny tags here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 tiny tags. We've also got some tickets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tickets, and also some stamps. These I've cut these out with the edging scissors. 2, 3, 4, 5. That one's a bit crooked. We have some circles, some nice circular embellishments. There's a whole sheet of these, so you know, you can resize them and print them smaller or larger, whatever you like. Depends on what you're making. Now these are edge strips. So on the back of those pattern papers, you might see, where is it? See those sorts of things there? So these are separate ones that we can add. So there's 2 narrower ones and 2 wider ones of those. So we can layer these up as well. We can put you know, some lace or fabric or something behind them as well. We've got some journaling cards. And these also little cards. Well, I'm not there. You know, you could put a hole in there and put your string through it. They're like shipping tags. Here we have some more tags. These 3 have got the rounded tops, and these 3 have got the flat tops. And these are slightly taller and slightly slimmer than those tags. So we've got a good collection of tags in here that we can play with. These can be backed onto those, of course. They are the same size, so if you wanted to, you could just back one to the other of those. We have this lovely little pockety tag. So these fold. I've printed a plain pattern on the back, and that folds in there like that to make a pocket. That folds in there like that to make a pocket, and that closes over. I will make all of these things through the month. We've got these 2 little double-sided tags. And the 3 things that, or the things that I'm going to create in this video are these pockets that, or these envelopes or packs or pots or whatever. And there's this one. Now this makes a nice little pocket or envelope, I guess you could say. So there's that one. Then this one is like a file folder that I'm going to make into a pocket. I'm not going to seal it right. You can like seal it together, and then you've got a journaling card. But I'm going to make it into a pocket. And then we've got this, which is an envelope. So there, I'll make those 3 things today, just so you can see how they come together. And I'll decorate them as well. Okay, so I'm going to start with the envelope. Now if you have a close look, you can see that there are lines there, and they are the fold lines. Now I'm going to actually score those lines before I fold them, just to make it a bit easier and a bit neater. I've got this line drawn through here so that I can line things up at the top and the bottom without having to wonder whether I'm on the right rib or not. So you can see I'm lining that line up there, and I'm lining the line up here, then I'm just scoring down. Now I'm going to score all of my pieces at the same time so that I can then put my scoreboard away. This one I'm just going to score where it folds on the bottom. And this one, we've got a score line here and a score line here. And I know that I have to fold those pieces in as well, so I'm going to score those as well. Okay, so that's my scoring done. Now I'm going to ink around everything. I like the look of the inking. I'm a big inking fan, as you probably already know. Now, I'll use my phone folder and I'm going to fold and score. Fold and score. Fold and score. Fold and score. So that is what our little envelope is going to look like. Now, it's white on the inside. There's two options here. We could ink that, or there's three options. We could have printed double-sided on this so that we had, you know, that this sort of same print on the inside that we've got on this. Or we can line it with coffee dyed paper. I am not too fussed about the white. I don't mind the white. So I'm going to leave mine white on the inside. Or if you wanted to, you could ink on the inside as well. Might just give it a little bit of ink. Just so that it's not stark white. I'm not worried about this being perfectly even or smooth. As I said, I'm only just trying to take the bright white off. I'm not trying to give it a complete cover. Okay, so now that I've folded all of those in, I can ink all of those edges where all my folds are. Okay, so now I'm just going to use my art glitter glue, run a little bead of glue along the edge there and the edge there, the edge there, the edge there, and then fold that up. Give that a burnish down. Then just run my palette knife, wherever that might be, just on the inside here to make sure that I haven't got any excess glue oozing out and closing up my pocket. So there's our first little envelope put together. Now this one here, fold that up. Now because I've hand cut around there, it's not going to be perfect. As a matter of fact, it's nowhere near perfect, but what I'm going to do is stick this down. So as I said, I'm going to turn this into a pocket. You can make it just as a journaling card or file card by gluing the whole thing together, but I thought it would be nice as a pocket. Once again, I'm going to burnish that down. Help the glue attach nicely. Then I'm going to take my scissors and trim around that so that they match up perfectly. You don't have to be this pedantic. Inking covers up a multitude of sins, but I like to try and get it as neat as possible. Okay, so now that that's stuck together, I will ink around it. I'm using Vintage Photo to do my inking. I will also be stitching around this. I like to stitch just about everything, to be honest. So I probably should have stitched that actually before I stuck that together. So I won't be able to stitch around the top of this one now. But I will stitch around the other 3 edges. Okay, so there we have a pocket, and on the back of that pocket we've got a journaling spot, or we can attach it to our page. Okay, now this one, another envelope, so let's fold this in. Ink around it first. So this digital kit is beautiful. It's called, what did I say, French Floral, and yeah, I've got a bit of a soft spot for red, so that's why I'm so keen on it, I think. But I think it's quite classic. So we're making an envelope, and once again I'll ink the bottoms, the creases. Now, I've learnt my lesson with the last one, so I'm not going to stick this up until after I've stitched around it. So what I'm going to do is take this to my sewing machine, and I'm going to stitch all around the edge, and the edge of that, and the edge of that, and then I'll come right back. Okay, so I've stitched around that now, so I'm going to stick that down. I'm just going to put the one here and pop that up like, oh, wrong, that's the wrong side. Guess you could do it the short way, but I think it's better to go that way. Deary me, where is my head? So I've just got back from 3 weeks holiday. I spent 4 days in London, and then I had a 17-day cruise around Spain. Saw lots of interesting places and picked up a cold. So I'm not at full strength at the moment. Still getting over that cold, but there's no excuse. So there we have our envelope. Now once again I can just put a bit of ink in here if I wish, sort of hold that white down, which I probably should have done before. just get a finger dobber and put a bit in under there. So okay, so that's that one. Folds down like so. Then we've got this one, which was not fun to stitch around those scallops, but there you go. And because I had already stuck it down, I couldn't stitch around those scallops. Might have been a blessing in disguise. And then here we have our little pocket. And so they're all stitched around that as well. So I decided for this file folder pocket, I'm going to put one of these little pockets on the front. So we got 4 of them in the kit, and I thought I'd use one of those on here. Now I've taken it to my sewing machine, I've stitched around the edge of it, and I have inked around the edge of it. Now I'm going to attach it to the front of the pocket. Okay, I'm going to attach it inside of that other stitching and sort of evenly from side to side. Burnish that down a little. Okay, so I'm going to set that aside to dry for now, and I'm probably going to put some tags or something in there, but I'm probably not going to embellish the front of it very much because I think it's quite busy, and I think I'm going to put some more plainish sort of tags in there, or little embellishments like tags or tickets or whatever. So I'll just let that one dry for a bit. Now this one, I thought that I might add some of this lace to the inside here. So I'll just cut that off. I'm going to run a bead of blue along the top there and a bead along about here, which I think will be about the bottom. Then I'm going to put my lace in there. Hope my head's not in the way, but there's a possibility that it would be. And then I'm going to just pat that down and put this under there so that my envelope doesn't seal shut through the lace. Set that aside to dry, and I'm thinking that I might add a row of it there as well. So cut that off there, and a little row of glue here and about here, and pop that down there like so. Now, what shall I put on that to embellish it? These might all be too much the same. I may have to use something different on here so that it stands out a little more. Maybe a plainish bit of that. Be right. Just get that off there. Like this. Like that. I'm going to put that there. Perhaps I should just put something like that on there. It's a bit too big, isn't it? Okay, I'll have a think about that one. Now this one I have got, this is a piece of curtain that I have coffee dyed. I thought I would put that on there, just on the edge, so I'm going to cut that off and pop that down there. You could just do like two sides like this and make it into a little pocket, but I'm not going to do that. There we go. Stick that down. And I thought I would add this, so I'll ink around the edge. And that's going to go on there like so. And then I wanted to add a little bit of this gold braid. So I am going to pop that down there like so. Yes. Alright, so this can be stuck down. A bit like that. And then this can go across the bottom there, so if I cut that off about there and check out which is the right side, that's the right side. Run a bead of glue along that. Dot on the top of each one of these. Oops. Then pop that down there. So, as I said before, this is my first design team project for Sunflowers and Doors. I will link everything for them down below. And I'll put a direct link to this kit, which I think is absolutely gorgeous. But Mandy's got lots and lots of different kits over there that you might be interested in. So check it out. I may have, perhaps I should have used Fabri-Tac on this. Hopefully it will stick. Okay, so that's our first little envelope. Okay, so actually if I had have left that unstuck, that could be where that tab could tuck in. Like that. Okay, so that keeps our envelope closed. So that's that one. Now to put in my pocket here for my little folio pocket, I have cut some tags from some crafty coloured cardstock using this uniquely creative tags, tops and tails die. It comes also with the die to cut these pieces and these pieces. So I've got a little assortment of tops there for it. So I'm going to firstly attach that. So ink around that. And I'm going to put one of these on top of that. So I'll ink around that as well. And then I'll attach that to that. That goes that way, I think. So I'm just using my art glitter glue for that. Line that up with the hole. And then attach that to that. And you can see that it just leaves that little border around it, which I like. So add some glue to that. And then that pops on there like that. So I've cut these out of some of the pattern paper, the same paper range that I'm using there, which is the French Florals. So that is that one. Now I'm going to have that larger one in there, but I'm also going to have two of these smaller ones in there. So these don't come with a topper like that. So I'm just going to decorate these. Now I'm going to put one of those on there and one of those on there. So I'll just ink around these. I hope everybody is well. I've got a bit of a cold. Coming back from holidays, you know, you wear yourself out while you're away and get a bit run down. So I'm just recuperating from that, but all worth it in the end. It was a great holiday. Okay, Now, I thought I would use some of this, these washi strips, washi type strips, to decorate some of this. How can I do that? I could, oh no, I want to bring it up the side. So I'm going to run some of that up there. Just say cut it about there. I'm going to do them both the same. So I'm going to, I think I'll put some of this lace on there first. So a piece of lace, just like that. Right, so let's have a look. Which is the right side, that is. So I'm going to run a bead of glue along here. And along here. A few dots here and there. Through there. Then attach that and there like so. Just get a wipe. Wipe that up a bit. And then I'm going to attach this through there like so. Goes up that way. And then I had some tickets, where are they? Here. I thought I might add just a ticket across there like so. I have already inked this one up. Oh, do I like that or do I want, that's too big. I'm going to put a ticket on that one. It could have been a little bit shorter, I think. Okay. Alright, so that's that one. Now this one, should I do that the opposite side? Maybe. Trim this one down as well. Like that. And put that on here. And on this one I might put one of these little stamps. Okay, and we'll ink around that whole thing. And I will take this to my sewing machine and stitch around the whole tag as well. Those two are okay, they just need stitching around. Now this one needs a bit extra something. So this one's a bit bigger, so I might use a circular thing on this. So perhaps something like that with what? Just a washi strip through it. Or what about some gold washi? Now this is like a aged gold. So I might put a piece of that across the bottom. So something like that. I'm going to add a bit of extra glue to these because I never trust washi, because basically they're supposed to be a removable tape, aren't they? So I'm going to pop that down there. And I'm going to stick that. Probably going to pop that to the side like that. Perhaps that one, a bit more floral tone on it. And to add some glue to that. Maybe something like that. Trim that off. Like so. Ink around that. And I think I'm going to add a little something else on here as well. Maybe something like that. Yes, quite like that. Okay, right, so now I wanted to put some fibre of some sort in the tops of my tags. And I have got some jute here, some metallic jute, so I'm going to use that. And see how that goes. Push that through there, bring that through there. Very good. Now I like to just put one through and then tie a knot, and that stops that from feeding back out. I'm going to do a double knot. Okay, and they're probably a bit longer than I need them to be, so I'm just going to trim them off. Okay, yes, I'm quite happy with that. So I'll do that for all 3 tags. Now, you could embellish the front of this pocket here if you wanted to, but to my mind it is already pretty enough and busy enough, so I'm not going to put any more embellishments or anything on there. I'm going to just use these tags as the embellishment. I was also thinking of putting, chop them off a little, some of these little tags here, I was thinking of making them into a dangle to go onto one of these. So I'll see how I go with that. If I did do it, I'd probably just do it on this larger tag. It might be a bit of overkill. I think there's probably enough happening there. I don't think I really want to put any more dangles on there. So there we have our little folio pocket. So it's a pocket itself. It can be attached to your page as another pocket, or it can just be attached with a paper clip, or it can sit in a pocket. And we've got our 3 cards there that have got journaling space on the back. Or 3 tags, I mean. So that's that one. We have got this envelope that tucks in behind that to close. Haven't got anything in there, but at a later date I'll put something in there, so that's that one. Now we've also got this little pocket here, and all I've done here is put some lace here and some lace on the inside there, and I've got a strip here. I'm just wondering what I will do with the rest of it, whether I should make a tab for that to sit behind, like something like that. I could put it up that way, put it more in the middle, although I think I prefer it to the side, or I could use a larger circle to do that with. That's too big, I think. I have got something like that, which is way too big, way too big. Alright, so it would be, I could use a little tag like that. I could use a ticket. I think I like the little tag. Let me have a look. They're tickets. This is a bit plainer tag. Would that be better? Yes, I think it would be. Yeah, okay, so I'm going to ink around that one. I could put a little circle on there, make it look a bit more like a tag. That's a bit too big. That's something like that. No, it's too big. Pop that on there, like so. Actually, I'm going to back that because I want it to be a bit firmer. I've got some cardstock here that I think will do the job. So I'm going to just cut around that. Okay, so that will stiffen that up a little bit. So I'll stick that onto that. This is printed on 200 GSM cardstock, but I do want something a little bit stronger for this. Link the back of this as well, just, you're not going to probably see it, but just in case. So if I pop that down there, like so, that will keep that flap down, but it will also allow it to open. So I'm just going to stick it to there, about halfway up. And as oh, that's nice and crooked, isn't it? Like that. And then I want a little something to put on that. A little something I could put like that. Or I was thinking maybe just a little flower, or perhaps a little bit of this. That's quite nice, isn't it? Okay, that's what I'll do. Put that off there. Run a bit of glue along the back of it. And position that down there, just along the bottom. Okay, so there we have our 3 little embellishments for today. We've got a little envelope with the scalloped edge, a bit of lace inside and a closure. We have this envelope with same sort of thing, opens up and a closure there. And then we have our folio pocket with our 3 tags in them. So the links to the digital kit that I used for this will be in the description box, as will the link to Sunflowers and Dors webpage. So if you're interested in having a look at their digitals, pop on over and have a look. They've got some beautiful ones over there. So there we go. That's our project for today. Thank you for joining me. I hope you can create some of these things for yourself, and if you're not already a subscriber, I'd love it if you would subscribe to my channel, and if you press that bell next to the subscribe button, you'll be notified when I upload a new video, so you won't miss out. Okay, well, thanks again for being here. I hope you can join me when I post my next video. Okay, bye.